Dwaine and David think they are hot stuff just because they've gotten nominated for Best Entertainment Podcast. Well, what did you guys expect? Of course you would be nominated with guys like Mike Scoopin and myself on your show. Seriously, guys, congrats, and stay tuned every week with Survivor Talk with D&D.
This is Survivor Talk with D&D. I'm Dwaine.
And I'm David.
And we're just two best friends talking about the show we love, Survivor. Tonight is our listener feedback show for Episode 8. And we have a special guest with us, Shayna D.
Hi there.
Shayna is on because we were going to have Billy Garcia on, and he may pop in here in a minute. I don't know. We've been trying to get this to work for 40 minutes. And we haven't been able to. So Shayna's here already, so we're just going to let her be part of the show because she's a big Survivor fan, and she left feedback anyway. So if he comes on, we'll talk to him. If he doesn't, then we'll just have to reschedule. But, hey, y'all, voting ends Friday, November 15th for the Podcast Awards, which means you have from now until November 15th, unless you're listening to this later, to vote once a day for Survivor Talk with D&D in the entertainment category. Shayna, have you been voting every day?
Yes, I have.
All right, because you were going to lose your Survivor Talk with D&D privileges. If you
Getting closer to that patch. Every day she gets closer to that patch.
Yeah. Yeah, really. Thanks for listening. If you're new to the show, welcome. We know we have several new listeners because we've been nominated, and we've had a little more exposure because of that, which is scary if you think about it. And but if you've been here for a while, welcome. Glad that you're hanging around. Tonight, David, we're going to do what we normally do on a feedback show. We're going to listen to feedback, give our fantasy picks, listen to My Crazy Theory, which is at least PG, maybe? Anyway.
It's been spousally censored?
No, I didn't let her censor it.
Oh.
Connie listened to it. She goes, "You're really going to do that?" I said, "Yes." And she goes, "Remember, it's a family-friendly show." So
You're not really picking up on her signals, well, are you?
no, I'm not.
After how many years, you're still not getting her signals.
Oh, well. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/groups Survivor Talk, or just look up Survivor Talk and you'll find us. We have a page, but you'll notice when you're on that page that there's nothing there, so find the group. It's a closed group. Ask to join. We will let you join. If you try to sell sunglasses, we will not let you join. You don't get that. But every once in a while, you get these fake people that join people's Facebook groups, and they start posting all of these, buy all my Ray-Ban sunglasses. But anyway. On Twitter, we are at Survivor_Talk. And, of course, our website is SurvivorTalkWithDND.com. Go there. We have 3 blogs a week, including Shayna's and David's, and we have 2 episodes a week. So, all right, David. Oh, Shayna, have you bought anything on Amazon using our link in the last week or 2, maybe month, year?
I have. I bought a book and some clothes.
Awesome.
And, yep, drawing utensils.
Well, thank you all for using our Amazon links. It really helps support the podcast. I am ready for our feedback for Episode 8. Are you, David?
Yep.
First, we have Shayna D from South Carolina. It's kind of awkward reading her feedback with her sitting right there. But I'm going to do it, Shayna. You tell me if I do it well.
Okay.
All right. Dwaine, you are amazing. Oh wait, that's not in here.
I think you misread the first line completely.
Oh,
Go
yes. Yes. Shayna's looking at me like, did I write that?
I'm sorry, there's a delay. What did you say?
This was a great episode, as all Merge episodes are. A few things stuck out. Number 1, Caleb was the only one who didn't get to talk. He got 1 camera shot during the immunity challenge. Yep.
That was when he got the question wrong, or got the tile wrong. That was his camera shot.
Yeah. Number 2, the immunity idol was very poorly hidden. It was too obvious that the producers told him where to look. Whoa, 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 whoa. Shayna, are you implying that the producers told him where to look?
Yes, they want him to win.
Whoa! This season's been thrown into controversy. I thought you didn't like controversy. You liked
Yeah.
history. You liked historical people.
You don't like conspiracy theories, Shayna.
It's not a conspiracy theory if it's true.
Oh.
I don't know.
All right, now you don't have any proof,
No, I don't.
but you think that the producers. I mean, David and I joke around about this, like, look under the rock that says Malcolm was here, and we
It's
joke
called the
about that
Malcolm
kind of stuff.
conspiracy. That's
Yeah.
what we call it.
But we're just joking around. You actually believe this is true?
Well, I'm not, serious really either. There's just a lot of, fishy stuff, that makes me think it's possibly true. But I mean, I don't know. We won't know unless we go play the game ourselves.
Unless they change the camera angle, he wasn't anywhere near the tree with the snake root or with the snake branch. He was off to another tree on the other side of the path from what it looked like, and digging under another branch. So, I mean, maybe he spent a lot of time going over all the trees, or maybe they said, hey, we didn't say it was under the tree like snake branch. We just said it was near the snake branch tree. So keep looking at trees to the left. I mean, keep looking at trees over there.
Well,
somewhere else.
They gave him that stuff that a CSI uses, where you can put it on a piece of paper that's been burned, and it'll show you what it said. And he just happened to find a bunch of burned clues. So
now let me ask you this: in the sense of all things that are good for the season, who would you want to find the idol?
Sierra. Sorry.
Really? Who's going to make the
Sierra.
most use of the idol? Who's going to give it a Malcolm effect? Not Caleb, not Hayden or Sierra, but somebody like Tyson. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
Just saying. So,
I thought you were asking me personally who I wanted to see get the idol.
So
I
if
wanted
Bob,
Sierra
the
to get it.
cameraman, says, Tyson, why don't you go for a walk by yourself towards the waterfall?
No.
Stop at the snake root tape. Just say it. Just say it.
You and Shayna need to have your own show, Conspiracy Theories of Survivor.
Well, the way they filmed it looked a little suspect too. When he walked and he stepped into that perfect sunlight and looked up,
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
that was kind of like a Messiah moment.
Yes.
All right, Shayna continues. Shayna, you continue. Right here. The last thing is, I have heard a lot of negative feedback towards Tina about what she said to Monica. I don't think it was as bad as people are making it out to be. It is not like Tina said, Monica, if our 5-person alliance makes it to the final 5, you will be in 5th place. She just told her she could be the 5th member of their alliance. I took it as she was telling Monica she is a member of their 5-person alliance, all 5 on equal playing field. I am sure there are alliances within that alliance, but Tina is not stupid enough to tell people what place they are coming in. I know I am going long-winded. It is just a little hard to articulate.
Okay,
Shayna,
I'll go first.
Go ahead, David.
Let me say, what I heard from that was Jervis has not done as much as Monica, so Jervis drops to 6, and Monica now moves up to 5. That's what I heard in Tina's conversation. That's what I got out of it. She actually said Monica stuck her neck out there, and she's done a lot for this alliance, so she should move up to 5. Jervis drops to 6. So
Yes,
that's why I kind of got that out of that.
What I heard was not what you heard, Shayna. What I heard was, I thought Tina said, when we get down to 6, we need to do Jervis, not Monica. Monica needs to be 5th.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Tina was stupid enough to do what she did, because that's what I heard.
And she said, you need to do Jervis and not Monica. Okay.
Yeah, you need to go back and watch that and listen, because, I mean, that's why Monica walked off going, hello, I'm 5th?
As much as they're there talking about anything and everything, especially life outside of the game, I would think Monica would have understood it like you did if that's how she meant it. I think Monica does talk a lot of strategy, but I don't think she would have overreacted. I think she got out of it what we suspect she got out of it, because I think she would have pulled her aside and said, no, you meant that I was in the 5-person alliance, not that I was at the bottom of the totem pole. I don't think she even cared about that. I think she got out of it what it sounded like to the editors or to us.
Yeah.
Just my thought.
Trying to give Tina the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
just
we're
thinking,
sorry.
Well,
can't sing.
I want to hear your thoughts on Tina after the next episode. I
Yes.
want to see you give her the benefit of the doubt as she goes off in the next episode.
Yes.
I know that's a side we haven't seen yet.
Uh-uh. Katie's probably going, I've seen it. When I wouldn't clean my room, I saw it.
Hey, Mom, you're getting my alliance kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
You're the sketchy part of my alliance now.
All right, so Shayna, you said you were long-winded. Look at this. This is not a long-winded feedback, my friend.
This is a long-winded feedback.
Yeah, you are not long-winded. And actually, Enrico is next. Last season, his feedback were 2 pages long. He's keeping them down to a page, which is great.
Yeah, because season before that there were 3.
Yeah, and he's still just as good. So, all right, who's next? Oh, I just said who's next. Enrico. David, read Enrico from the Philippines, please.
Hello there, David and Dwaine. Here are my thoughts for the recent episode. Number 1, once we saw the challenge, there was no doubt that Laura M. would be back. I wish they could have been more creative with these challenges, but oh well. I also wish that Laura M. swapped the RI dual clue and burned it instead of the H hidden immunity idol clue through a magical sleight of hand. Number 2, Sierra is really surprising me this season to the extent that they probably brought back Laura M. because of her. I hope she goes further. I wonder how many of these returnees were brought back just because of their loved ones, because I would think the same thing. Just like we were talking to, I apologize. Is it Mark who posted his video on our Facebook page? His tryout video?
I think so, yeah.
I really think he should get his girlfriend on there if she's willing to go on the show as his loved one.
Yeah.
Because you put up a strong duo, they're going to say, you know what, we should get those 2 on here. I really think that would help.
If it meant you could get on the show, you could go as his loved one.
I'd use you, buddy. So I could stab you in the back. Anyway, number 3.
So you could stab me in the back. Exactly right.
Got to be true to my word. Number 3. You guys are spot on the Aris Vetus edit. It was becoming obvious early in the game that it lessens the impact, sort of. Now Aris has all the time to meditate in Redemption Island. Would he pummel through the duels like Ozzy? It's very possible. Number 4.
Okay.
Number 4. The Kasama tribe probably lives on the Tadhana beach, given the topography and the hidden immunity idol clue pointing to a waterfall. They did get the Galang hammocks, though, which is great. How Caleb, Brad, John, Hayden, Vetus missed the snake in the tree, I have no idea. I completely agree with that, and which leads to Shayna's controversial comments, which are looking more true. Anyway.
No, they're not.
And then Tyson merely stumbles upon it after saying, I must have stepped on this rock 20 times. I added the 20 times sentence. He did. I've stepped on this rock 20 times, and I don't recall this idol popping out like it just did. Anyway.
Why is the dirt around this idol shaped in an arrow? I don't understand.
I like what you said. Malcolm's face is drawn in the dirt.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
why is there a monument to Malcolm over here in the woods?
It's a statue of Malcolm sitting on a stump with the under it. There you go. Okay, will Tyson use the idol to strengthen his alliances? I think he is in the club of Sandra, Rob, Kim, where he will only use it if he is directly threatened. Number 5, Monica's paranoia. Tina's big mistake. Laura M's aggressiveness. Things are not boding well for our Galang moms. One thing that I like this season is that the swap was actually effective and added even more layers to the social game. I completely agree. I thought it was no matter what the gender count turned out after the swap, I thought it was a great swap, especially for this season.
Yep.
It helped break the Redemption Island curse as Laura M., with Sierra's guidance, quickly climbed the ladder. We've only had real tribal swaps 3 times in the past 10 years, and this is one of those times that actually worked.
10 seasons is what he wrote.
Sorry. 3 times in the past 10 seasons, yes. I hope this constant shifting of alliances continue to make a really unpredictable season. More power to you guys. Enrico from the Philippines. P.S. The Philippines was under 300 years of Spanish rule, so I somehow feel a blood affinity for Billy.
All right.
We're going to stop there with the Billy questions? Or?
Yep.
Okay.
So the one thing I wanted to say about Tyson is I wanted to ask y'all, do you think Tyson will tell someone, and if so, whom, that he has the idol?
Go ahead, Shayna.
No, I think he is gonna play very selfishly, and I think he's looking out for himself. Yeah.
I
Okay, go ahead.
disagree because I talked last week. Look at that face. She gave me that face when I
Well,
disagree.
this is the third time we have disagreed with Shayna. She's probably never going to come on the show again.
And I'll tell you why. Because we've talked about it every season, and that you really need to listen to all their quotes and all their comments, and sometimes read into it what's actually being said. Just like the preview for this past week was, hints about Tyson going to look for the idol, and of course we all said he finds the idol. And then we got a tip about the teaser was the idol falls into the hands of an unlikely castaway or something like that, which I really thought it was going to be given to somebody. And sure enough, as soon as he finds it, Tyson says, now if I have to use it on somebody else to get myself further in the game, I will. And I'm like, hey, that's he's going to give it to somebody if he does. That doesn't happen very often, but I'm wondering if they're setting us up for that. So I could see him doing that only if it was towards the end, maybe, like towards the final 7, final 6, as long as his group got to the end. Or if it was taking out somebody like Vitas or Ars. But I mean, I could see him doing that. But you're right. It's 99% of the time they keep it on themselves. They don't give it up. So
Yeah, but that's not what I was asking. I was asking, do you think he'll tell anybody?
Well, I say
do you think
yes
he'll
because
use it on somebody.
Okay, on that part, I guess I'll agree with Shayna. For some reason, I thought we were going in a different direction with that question. I'll go back to listening now.
Yeah. Well, no, okay. So I think he won't tell anybody, but as soon as it will benefit him to tell somebody, he won't mind telling them at all. So it kind of still fits into, I mean, okay, if I'm playing Survivor, sure, I'm playing selfish because I'm trying to win, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to keep the hidden immunity idol to myself and not tell anybody until it's going to get me further in the game. And then I might tell somebody. But right now, he doesn't need to tell anybody.
No, he doesn't need to at all.
I mean, his alliance is about to take out, for the next 4 weeks. Why tell anybody?
Now, I'm surprised. Remember when Laura was saying we need to split votes, in case Ars has an idol? Why would she be so confident to put herself on the line? Because she probably knew they were voting for her and Sierra. What if Ars does have the idol, like she suspected? Somebody would have had to have calmed her nerves about that. Laura's she's a smart player. She's been there before, and she was pretty set asking Sierra, what if we need to split them in case Ars has it? But they didn't split. They went all in on Ars.
Yeah. They did.
I don't. Maybe Tyson and Jervis convinced her, saying we haven't seen him go off. We haven't seen him dig for anything. So I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's hear Lou from New York. Lou sent in another audio feedback. This might be a new trend for Lou. So here is Lou from New York.
Hi D&D and hi Billy. It's great to have you on the show this week. By the way, Billy, everyone should know about your charity work, how you help others. I commend you for it. It's a great thing. I've said this before of you. Greatness is not achieved by fame or fortune, but by your ability to help others. And one of these days, I will come up and see one of your gigs. Okay, I just have a few questions, and I'd rather hear what Billy has to say than what I have to say about this season. Here's one question. Which cast member would you let your son or daughter marry? And which one would you not let marry? Okay, I have a couple other initial thoughts. It's anyone's game to win at this point. Here's my other thought. The bush cow kissers are somewhat to blame for this situation. If you do yoga or meditate or anything considered alternative, to others you may appear as different, maybe even kind of a weirdo. Because you believe you are able to reach another level of awareness doesn't go well with some who are just trying to pay their rent each month. And here's what Vitas himself has to say about that and the secret scene.
I just don't think it's an accident that the two people that got up this morning and meditated were the two people at the end of that challenge. I woke up this morning, meditated for a few minutes on the ridge, got my mind right. Aris did the same thing, and look who is at the end. It felt like I was at an advantage because of what I do outside of this game, and I was pretty stoked to win. But because of our rivalry, neither of us is going to back off, and I just hope that doesn't affect us getting further in the game.
Thanks, Vitas. Episode 8, title, Axis of Ego. Was it ego that killed the beast? As they say, what do you call an egotist with only half a brain? Gifted, right. The immunity challenge was memorable when the two egotists meet eye to eye. Let's talk about ego. Alright everyone, buckle up your thinking caps. It's Egoology 101. Here's a specialist on the subject. Welcome Sigmund Freud.
Ach, da lieber.
Okay, Siggy, take it.
Ja, I will talk and you will listen. You are all guilty and under suspicion of egotistical. The axis of ego. Ego is like a drug, wouldn't you say? Yeah, we all have egos, some big and some small.
Apparently, Sigmund Freud uses the same kind of vernacular as Lou from New York.
Very
Like,
similar.
wouldn't you say, and stuff like that. Amazing.
You have to all learn how to use it and how to properly care for it. Kind of like owning a pet. Feed it proper-sized proportions. Walk it. Stroke it. Train it not to soil in the house where you sleep. Some don't know how to take care of it. They let it run wild. Get in your way. Accidents will happen. I can see how you can develop a big ego from being on Survivor. You become a legend in your own mind, but to others, the next victim. Looks like the votes are going this season according to the size of the player's ego. You will pay for this in blood.
Alright, thanks, Siggy. Appreciate your input. Let's study the egoology of this season. Tina is knee-deep in conversation, lining her chicks in a row. Aris, they wouldn't call him king for nothing.
It's good to be the king.
Vetus's ego makes him browbeat his bro at mind games. He's got a good memory, but he's forgetful. The game is afoot. Tyson's ego is hard to see, but there's more to meet the eye. Those blue undies are an indication he's got something to prove. No doubt finding the idol will inflate his chances and his ego. Going to be hard to keep the idol a secret. Laura M., Sierra's madre, will show you how to stroke egotists, but her real talent is riding high in the game, and no one can touch her on a 10-foot pole. Monica's damaged ego forces her to dump Tina, and her alter ego was voted out. Laura B. lets it all hang out, but her false ego was easily crushed, and at tribal council, Jeff hits her ego yet again.
Laura B., you were voted out seconds into the game. You're now on a tribe of people who've played before you've never played. Do you belong out here?
Thanks, Jeff. Caleb's ego quit a few episodes back, so no one's there to stroke his ego. Hayden keeps his under wraps, trying hard not to expose himself. Jervis is cool. So cool, even his ego is cool. So Billy, since you've met so many survivors at social and charity events, what's your opinion of the effect ego has on this season? I'm not being critical about the cast or anyone who has an ego. I'm used to big egos. I even own one myself. I enjoy big egos, especially on this show. But if asked if you had an ego, would you answer? And if you did, would you tell the truth?
We're going to have to get Lou some recording equipment that doesn't...
I want to go back to the way Sigmund Freud says, "Survivor." I couldn't get over that.
So any comments? I really liked his whole ego section.
I did too. In fact, I almost considered retitling my blog "Axis of Ego," but it's not as
Give
much
him
about
props.
that. I would really think, of all people, Aris wouldn't have had an ego problem. You know, they wouldn't have come out there so overconfident. Of course, that's the edit that we're getting. That was setting them up to be blindsided. But gosh, those guys just...
Uh-oh. I think we just lost David. Don't you just love live broadcasting? Did you have anything that you wanted to say about Lou's feedback, Shayna?
Well, yes.
I mean, you laughed a
That
lot through
was
it.
that was good. I love Lou's feedback.
Yeah.
But when he played the clip of Vita saying, it's no coincidence the two people that meditated were the last ones standing. Well, that's of course easy to say after the fact.
Right.
It's just he thought of that before he went into confessional for sure.
Yeah. This whole episode was Vetus and Aris thinking that they had such control and just being totally kicked off of their king's throne,
Mm-hmm.
So, and really, Vetus is in a really bad position now. So,
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on to Janis from Alabama, and she has a feedback, and it's an audio feedback. So this is Janis from Alabama. Hey, David, welcome back.
And that's what I think about Lou's feedback.
Hey, Dwaine and David. Janis in Alabama here. Welcome Billy Garcia to the D&D group. I have heard Billy several times on RHAP and love his attitude. He is one of those people you can tell they are smiling when they talk. Easter Bill was my favorite. Starting with Redemption Island Challenge, Jeff made the quote about Laura B. like a baby holding on to their mom. More like the way she held on to Rupert in the All-Star Family Visit episode. She said in the after show she had damage to the skin on her inner thighs. Sorry for that visual. Tina had a secret scene talking about watching Laura M. hold on to that pole. She said she never took her eyes off Sierra, and it was like she was giving birth to her all over again. That is a really weird thing to say. John also said on the after show that Laura M. was just staring at Sierra. If I had been Sierra, I would have been a little freaked out about that. Speaking of Sierra, I think she schooled her mother well and is really showing how smart she is. She is getting a good edit, makes me think she may go far. Tyson played Getting the Idol well. I can't decide if production made it easier to find or not. On the after show, John said he only went and looked for the idol the last day and only twice. He said he looked around that tree once. He also said Brad went with him to look. I still have hope for my pick, Caleb. He is getting the Sherry edit, but Sherry did make it to the final three. He may not win, but he still has a chance to make it far. Next time, it looks like a gross food challenge. Thanks to the previews, I already know 2 people that made it to round 2. We had a discussion on Facebook about Jervis and this challenge in season 1. If you haven't seen the clip on YouTube, I was going to say you need to go see it before you watching the episode, but I think the show is going to show a replay of Jervis reacting to the grub on his first season. Has this ever happened before where the show shows a clip from a previous season?
Okay, why do you think she thinks that?
Because the preview shows him reacting from season 1, but I think that clip is just for the preview. I don't think there's any way they're going to show that on the actual episode. But yeah,
yeah, I don't think they would. If they do that, that's kind of corny. I don't like that if they would do that.
I guess
we all knew that there was going to be a food eating challenge because Jervis was on there.
Yeah,
but I think they're just putting history. He gets a second chance to pass the test, and I think the clip was just for the preview. I don't think it was going to be for the episode.
Okay, we will continue.
There looks like there should be a lot of drama in the next episode. Can't wait to see it. There was a discussion on Facebook about a song that Rob C. sang on his podcast this week. Some said you should sing songs And most of us know you have sung many songs in the past, and I am going to leave you with one of my favorites.
All right, it's time for my crazy theory, inspired by a cartoon from my youth.
Ooh.
All right, are you ready, David? Last time I said this and you took a drink, you spat it everywhere.
Hang on, I'm going to take a drink now.
All right, David is now taking a drink. The cup is at his mouth. Hurry up, David. All right.
Drink my ice-cold water slow. Sorry.
All right, here we go. Philip, the head of Stealth R Us,
This is a good
makes
one.
his move in a very unusual way. Having already spoken with everyone else, after the merge, of course, Philip calls over Brenda, Andrea, and Dawn for a secret meeting by the tree mail spot. He leans over and with his secret agent stare begins. It is time. Time to make a move. Me, being the head of Stealth R Us, is going to tell you three, as my agents of opportunity, clandestinity, and apostolicity, the plan for the next vote out.
That is exactly how he would sound. That's really good.
I will only tell you once. You will not have another opportunity to hear what I say. And if you refuse me, well, this level of confidentiality is best communicated and articulated through a jingle or refrain of Stealth R Us melody. So listen close. Philip climbs up on a stump, pulls out a top hat and cane, and in his best stealthy voice begins. Hello, my Brenda. Hello, my Andrea. Hello, my Dawn Meehan. It's time for Stealth R Us to vote for that girl Corinne. If you refuse me, honeys, you lose me. I'll jump on Michael Snow. Secret agents, it's time for Operation Thunderdome. Got it, ladies? All right, let's go.
Thanks. Bye.
That was awesome. You have a great baritone voice.
Oh, why, thank you. All right, so any comments about her feedback before my song? Hey, which is great, because now I don't have to write a song for tonight. So.
Yeah, I was following her post on Facebook with that old clip of Jervis, and I hope he has gotten over it somewhat, because grub, that's probably the easiest thing he could have gotten. And I've heard survivors say that those grubs don't taste that bad. So if he gets a tarantula or anything, he will be suffering. And I think Caleb, right, he is getting the Sherry edit, so I wouldn't be surprised if he winds up in the final three.
Yeah, you know, the problem with the Sherry edit is you might get on the finale, but they put your stool 5 feet away from the two that they really want to talk about.
They put your stool with the jury.
Yeah.
And they don't invite you to the after show with Parvati.
That's the problem with the Sherry edit.
I think he's getting the Carter edit myself. I mean, I don't even think he's going to make it that far. I don't know. For some reason, I think he's going to be in the episode where we go, who was voted off this week? Oh, yeah. Caleb was voted off.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Janis. It was great to have you on the feedback show. I think she's watching this live, too, isn't she, Shayna? Yep.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she is. All right, last, we have a new contributor, Mike the Boy Wonder. Go figure. Mike the Boy Wonder. David, I should have had you read this because he's obviously a, Avenger type of person. All right, here we go. Hey, guys, I wanted to weigh in with my thoughts on the last episode of Survivor. My overwhelming thought is that having a loved one in the game reduces your IQ by 60 points because the pairs were all idiots. I like Mike the Boy Wonder already.
Yep.
Aris and Vetus should have realized that being in a pair put a target on their back. Perhaps being the last two standing in an immunity challenge where only one of them could win immunity was not a great way to minimize that target.
Good point.
Tina and Katie should have realized that pulling in Monica for their final three would be a great move rather than taking Aris or Vetus, who would have a family member on the jury. If Monica felt safe, she probably would have stuck with Tina. That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Which, you know, Tina may have been saying that and was only saying this stuff because of whom she was speaking, with whom she was speaking. All right, anyway. Finally, the most idiotic move goes to Laura and Sierra. These women should have realized that for 1 week only, they had complete power in the game to swing the vote. They chose to join an alliance of 7, which is premised on the idea of voting out the pairs rather than forming an alliance of 6 made up of all pairs. They stand out as an obvious target on Tyson's alliance. Although they would be low women on the totem pole in a pairs alliance, there would be more targets in front of them to take out. Realistically, once Tina and Vetus are gone, I wouldn't be surprised if their alliance doesn't turn on them. It's basic math, and I guess the ladies need to go to the Brad Culpepper School of Counting to figure out how to count. Unfortunately, I think the next few tribal councils will be fairly predictable unless immunity comes into play. Things should start getting interesting again once the single players have to turn on each other. Thanks, Mike the Boy Wonder. Excellent feedback, Mike. You need to send more of that in.
Yep.
I enjoyed that. Any comments?
Well, my blog talks about
Go ahead.
Laura and Sierra's decision, and I have to say it's not in line with Mike the Boy Wonders.
Oh.
So
well, Sierra
read
listens to our show, and we want to be nice to Sierra.
Oh yeah.
No, that's not true. Well, no, she does listen. But all right. Hey, so is your blog going to be ready, David? Like tomorrow?
Oh yeah, it'll be ready tomorrow.
It'll be up on Monday?
Yes.
Awesome. By the way, if you're watching us live and you're wondering what is this on my wall, because as you know, if you want something on my wall, all you have to do is message me, and I will send you my address, and I'll let you send me something to put on the wall, and I'll give you props for it and tell who sent it and everything. We've got one coming, but it didn't make it by tonight's show. So this picture of me when I was 3 will not be on the wall on Wednesday. So this is your last chance to look at it, this amazing picture of this amazing young man. All
Whatever.
Right. David, you totally don't like this whole what's on my wall thing, do you?
No, I don't mind. It's just really, of all the pictures.
Well, it just happened to be in my closet, and I thought I'd put it up. All right. All right, David, why don't you tell us the Episode 9 teaser, because we are done with feedback.
Episode 9 is entitled My Brother's Keeper. It's double the drama as castaways endure 2 tribal councils in one episode.
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile, castaways wonder if Vetus will exact revenge for his brother's blind side, and one castaway attempts to change history in a challenge that's tough to swallow, just like that tease. Wow, I have no idea what that tease is teasing.
Let's hit everybody with the obvious stick, right? So that's a Jervis thing there at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And castaways wonder if Vetus will exact revenge. How's he going to exact revenge exactly? He has no power.
Exactly.
I mean, he has no power, so yes, he's going to wish he could, but what could he do?
Gee, I wonder if he'll get back at us for doing that. I wonder. Maybe
he'll take Aris's spot at Redemption Island. Although we won't see Redemption Island this week.
We shouldn't. Well, you think they'll do both tribal councils at once, or will they do them separately? Because if they do them separately, they could send somebody there. But then that would be 3 challenges or 3 decisions.
Yeah.
That'd be a long episode.
Well, it'd be the same length. Just all we'd have would be those few things. There'd be no camp life at all. So.
True. No camp life and probably no Redemption Island life because they'd go right to a challenge. But no, I don't think we'll have one this week either.
All right. We are ready for fantasy picks then. Shayna, do you want to share in this part of our show? Do you have some fantasy picks ready to share?
I do not.
Oh, well, you can just answer the questions anyway. So, okay. David, be sure to tell us what the SCA 9000 did, even if it's still talking to us. And here we go. Question number 1.
Who wins immunity? 1 or more females, 1 or more males, or 1 male and 1 female? And I wrote down the answers for the SCA 9000, and I don't see it.
Oh, well, I put 1 or more women. 1 or more females is going to win immunity.
I put 1 or more males.
All right.
And
Good.
I believe,
Have a chance.
yep, the SCA 9000 put one or more females like you.
Uh-oh. That's scary.
Yeah.
What do you think, Shayna?
I think one or more males.
All right. You know, this is interesting because if one male gets it and one female gets it, then one or more males and one or more females are still accurate. Because it didn't say, because it's one or more.
Right. It didn't say only one or more females or only
Yes.
one or more males.
All right, anyway. All right, next question.
Do they have a separate reward challenge in episode 9?
I think this one's obvious. No.
No? SCA 9000 said yes.
Well, the SCA 9000 doesn't read the teaser for the next episode.
What if they do a back-to-back and say, all right, while you're here, let's vote out another player?
Fine, then you say yes, too. Are you going to say yes?
I'll say yes.
Oh!
Just to give you a chance.
No, none of that condescending. Beep. Nuh-uh. No, that is not cool. By the way, I did the beep. I didn't actually say a word. You think it's yes, so you say yes. None of this, I'll give you a chance, junk. So what's your answer?
Yes. I'll put yes.
Wow, so you really think they're going to have a reward challenge?
No, I just want to
Seriously?
give you a chance.
No, David, you're going to make me mad. Seriously. You can't do that.
I said yes because I could see them doing back-to-back tribal councils, but I might have to look back at a Redemption Island season and see what they did at this point.
Okay, so it's yes, but you could change it.
Yes.
All right, Shayna, what do you think? Think there'll be a redemption? Think there'll be a reward challenge?
No. And Mike said something interesting. He said, I assume they have the double elimination to restock RI with 3 players, so no RI duel next week.
This week, yeah.
Yeah. All right, how about the points? Where did you put your points, David?
I want to put my points on Vetus, but I also think he's going to have a good chance of winning one of the immunity or winning the immunity. So, but with 2 people being voted out, I'm going to split my points on Vetus and Tina.
All right. How about you, Shayna? Where would you put your 20 points?
I agree with David.
20 and 20 on Vetus and Tina?
I wish I could put 20 and 20. But...
I'm sorry, 10 and 10?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm putting all 20 on Vetus.
Yeah, that's my other choice. So I'm.
I don't think he's going to win both, but I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want you to change your mind. So I have a stupid idea, and it's putting all 20 on Vetus. Stupid idea. Horrible.
Well, with 2 people going, I don't think that's a bad idea.
No, it's a horrible idea, David. You should not be swayed by my incredible wisdom and discernment. You should not do that.
The SCA 9000, since it's picking a woman to win the challenge, they divided its points on 4 of the men, and not one of them was Vetus. Tyson, Caleb, Hayden, and Jervis each have 5 points on them to lead.
Did you even put any kind of thing in there since Tyson has the idol, so it'd be harder to get Tyson? Or
No.
did it just randomly... That poor SCA 9000.
Since it chose a woman to win, I said, all right, there's 5 males. So I let it roll like 3 times each time, and it picked. The numbers it picked the most were Tyson, Hayden, Caleb, and Jervis.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
Yeah. Next time you ask the SCA 9000 to pick a winner, it's going to go, I can't do that, Dave. I cannot do that, David. All right.
All right, so just to clarify, Mike saved me the trouble of looking it up, and he said in both previous seasons with Redemption Island, there were 2 double elimination episodes, and both times they had 2 immunity idol challenges with 2 tribal councils. So I will be changing my pick to no, there will not be a reward challenge.
Thanks a lot, Mike K.
Thanks a lot, Mike K.
Yeah, whatever. Are you ready for my crazy theory?
Oh, okay. Sure.
Well, don't be too excited, David. How about you, Shayna? Are you ready for my crazy theory?
Yes.
Oh, gosh, y'all are just
Do we need to put up a rating? You know, the next segment is rated PG-13 or anything?
No,
Okay.
It's entitled, "Is That an Idol in Your Pocket?"
That will not be the title of my blog this week, I can tell you that much.
Look, Shayna's not even laughing. Either she's not listening, or she just, like, totally is mean.
I'm sorry. I'm reading over these. I got distracted. I'm reading over these.
She's
nice
trying to do the
things
job that you asked her to
they're
do.
saying about you on YouTube. Janis says your voice is better than Rob C's.
All right, well, you can tell us all this stuff when we get to the comment section at the end of the podcast. Here we go. "Is That an Idol in Your Pocket?" is the title of my crazy theory. Here we go. Thank you, Shayna. A genuine laugh, unlike David, who's like, "I'm sick and tired of your crazy theories, Dwaine." All right, needless to say, Tyson is having trouble finding a place to hide the idol when he wants to carry it around camp, which he apparently does often, likes to carry the idol around camp. He decides to just strategically tuck it in his underwear. All right?
Mm-hmm.
The problem is it fits so nicely that he forgets he has it. And pretty soon, everyone around camp begins to notice.
Call medical. Something's wrong.
Awkward looks are the way of the afternoon, since no one knows he has the idol. Tyson begins to notice something, though. Everyone is treating him differently, bringing him rice, inviting him to sit down and rest, and showing more attention than they usually do. Dusk comes and Tina runs to camp from the ocean. "They're here!" she exclaims. Everyone seems to know what she's talking about except for Tyson. He has no idea what's going on. Just then, Probst and the medical team approach Tyson and ask him to lie down. "What?" Tyson says. "What are you talking about?" "We were told you might have a serious medical condition, and we're here to assess your condition," Probst says. "How did you know I was going to do that, David, with your whole call medical? There you go.
I don't know.
Tyson is so confused. "Huh?" he says, and then notices that no one is looking at his eyes. Everyone seems to be awkwardly looking down. "Oh," Tyson remembers. "Oh, no, seriously, I'm okay. Just give me a second." Tyson turns around and starts to fiddle.
I've never heard that term used before in this situation. Tyson, what are you doing? "I'm just fiddling. Hang on."
When you fiddle with something, So he's having to fiddle with it to the idol. He's having to fiddle with the idol to get it loose.
Oh, I could go so many ways right now, but this is a family show, so I won't do it.
So Tyson turns around and begins to fiddle. After a long minute, because it took a while, he had it really lodged in there well, I guess.
What are you doing? Just a minute. I'm fiddling with my idol. Hang on.
I'm so red. All right. We just lost a viewer. We must have offended somebody. All right. Oh. Okay. After a long minute, Tyson turns around with a huge smile on his face, holding the idol. Probst says as he turns to walk away, "I thought that was an idol in your pocket. Please wash it before you play it." That is my crazy theory. I hope you liked it. I hope we didn't lose any listeners. We lost another viewer. Oh, man. Oh, gosh.
Connie warned you. She warned you this would happen.
Actually, seriously though, like if he put it on the side of his underwear, somebody you didn't know he had an idol, they might think you have some kind of growth.
But that would be one way to get away from everybody. Put it on the backside of your garment and say, "I need to go in the woods. Does anybody want to help me or come with me?" "No? Nobody wants to help me with this? Okay, I'll be gone."
You want to know the direction I almost went with this?
Sure.
I was going to say that he had it hidden in his pants, of course, and he didn't remember he had it. And then he went out to the ocean to relieve himself, and it fell out and landed on the floor, on the ocean floor. And Tina found it later with her big toes. She was walking along, found it with her toes. Shayna has this look of, oh my gosh, what am I doing on this show right now?
I think your crazy theory, I think it might come to fruition to a degree. I think Tyson might not tell anyone he has the idol, but I think he'll get outed for having it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, David and I were wondering how the heck did he get that thing back to camp?
Yeah.
I guess he could hold it in his hand, but if anybody stops him and goes, hey, will you help me with this coconut?
Well, somebody mentioned, I think on our Facebook page, that he could have wrapped it in his buff. I think, did Malcolm do that? He wrapped it in his buff on his wrist or something?
Oh, well, yeah. I guess that's true. See, I forgot he was even wearing a buff.
They could have seen what little he was wearing and said, you know what? He needs to find the small idol. He doesn't need to find the big idol. So let's direct him towards that tree. Don't dig there. Go dig over there.
Oh, I loved what you said in the recap show. Let's hope the idol is a coin, not a stick.
All right, Shayna, you've been watching the comments on YouTube. So, are there any questions or any funny comments that David and I should address?
Yes, Janis said she thinks just would have been a better word than fiddle, but
just.
Catherine thinks this is too funny, and I'm going back a little bit, but Mike said something.
Go back as far as you need to.
Yeah, Mike said something interesting about Laura's reaction with the idols. He said she's paranoid and they freak her out because Russell used them in her season of Samoa. He was pulling all kinds of stunts with idols, and that took down her whole alliance. So,
okay. So she's paranoid about him
because she's been burned by it before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Catherine Wilson also thinks that Tyson won't tell anyone about the idol.
Ever? I mean, ever? Or, I mean, are we talking like in the next couple episodes? Or, because eventually, I think before he plays it, someone will know he had it. That's what I think. Because I don't think he's going to be in a position of needing to play it for a long time.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. I wonder that if he ever plays it, who will be upset with him for him not telling them? You know what I mean?
Well, Jervis will.
Yeah, but if Jervis is in the final three, it won't matter.
Yeah, I ate grub for you.
I hid idol for you.
Yeah.
And Mike says the only one he might tell is Jervis.
Yeah.
It could be like back in Survivor One World, like Kim and Chelsea. Kim only told Chelsea, but Kim never needed to play it because her alliance was in control the whole time.
Seriously, Tyson could take this game all the way to the end, and I'm sincerely hoping so.
Speaking of which, the SCA 9000 had to repick its pick, and it rolled. Let's see, a 10-sided dice, and it rolled it 10 times, and all the castaways are in order, and the number that came up the most was 1. And 1 happened to be Tyson.
Well,
so
good for it.
It may pass me by the time this thing's over with.
Well, no, wait.
Oh, that
Why
won't
did
get
it
enough
have
points.
to re-roll?
Because Aris is on Redemption Island.
Yeah, which means he could come back in the game.
But the
Fun
Office Pool says he has been eliminated and you need to pick another overall pick.
Oh, well, Fun Office Pools has got to get this thing straight.
Yeah, they weren't really ready for Redemption Island, I don't think.
No. All right. Shayna, anything else we should address from our listeners that are watching on YouTube?
Janis says they did show Tyson tucking it in his buff. So that's how he got it back.
See,
Yes.
I didn't see that.
Do you want to read what Kyosho wrote right after all that?
Why doesn't he, who doesn't fiddle with their idol?
Right. We're going to move on.
I think, but about Tyson going all the way to the end, I think that would be a great story for the whole season. Great redemption story because of how things went down for him in Heroes Villains.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't like seeing Tyson go out like that. I mean,
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, third time's a charm. Getting that third chance.
Yeah.
It kind of parallels Boston Rob. Boston Rob got taken out in Heroes Villains 2, and then he came back and controlled his whole game.
Right.
Maybe Tyson read the BR rules.
Well, he did on Twitter. I saw it this week.
Yeah.
He was with Rob this week. So there you go. All right, y'all. You can follow us on Twitter at Survivor_talk. Get on our Facebook group. Join us. It's facebook.com/groups/SurvivorTalk. And, of course, visit our website, SurvivorTalkWithDND.com. And while you're there, please click an Amazon link. It's Christmas time coming up. It's time to buy those Christmas presents. And if you're going to use Amazon anyway, or even if you weren't planning on it, Amazon's a great place to buy stuff. Go ahead and use our link to get there. It's literally one extra click, and it really helps us out a lot. I even have a search box on the left that if you want to search for something on Amazon, go ahead and click that, and you can go to the results on Amazon. So we hope that you'll do that. Anything else? Let's see. I don't have anything else, David. Do you?
Nope. I'm just going to go finish working on my blog, see if I can get it up for tomorrow.
Well, I was kind of wondering if you wanted to talk about World War Z.
We can do that.
I just watched it.
Sure.
Shayna, have you seen it?
I have not.
Oh, well, you won't be able to participate in that then.
No.
So we're going to have a Shooting the Breeze episode after this where we will talk about World War Z. All right. Any final words, David?
No, I'm looking forward to this next episode. But I think this is going to be, the next couple of episodes are going to be good until this group that thinks they're going to make it to the end gets together. But I don't think I don't think the lines are completely drawn. I think the lines are still going to be gray in the middle.
All right. Okay. How about you, Shane? Any final words?
I'm really looking forward to the next episode, and thank you guys for letting me jump in and participate. This was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Sure.
Well, you were so willing to help us with Billy, and when Billy didn't work out, you were already here, so we're not going to kick you off. Shayna, bye. Although we are for Shooting the Breeze since you haven't seen the movie. Sorry about that. So. All right, y'all. Music for tonight's show is Giving You All Control by Jeremy Camp. Thanks again for listening. Go check out the Shooting the Breeze episode that we're about to record. And that's all I got. How about you, Dave?
I'm good.
All right. See you, everybody.
See you.